Hello friends, welcome back for another tutorial of automation of manual tasks. In this video, we will learn how to use Google API to automatically translate words using Google Sheets without a single line of code. I started this series of videos about automation after publishing an article about flashcards for language learning. My idea and my objective is to share techniques on how to build Anki flashcard decks automatically with coding and no-code solutions. This is why today we are going to focus on some tips on how to use Google Sheets to translate words from any language automatically using the API of Google Translate. Let's go. So, now let's imagine that you have built your vocabulary list for your flashcards. For instance, you want to learn the vocabulary for work, so you have listed a number of phrases, sentences, words that you want to master to be able to communicate at work, and you would like to translate them. So what you can do is to manually translate them using Google Translation web application on the web browser, but it will take time. But actually, there is a functionality in the Google Sheet where you can do automatically. So I took several examples here where you have different languages. So whatever the language you learn, you will know how to use this tool very easily. So here it's simulating your list of vocabulary that you want to translate. In this column, you specify the language. So if you are learning only one language, you will need to only use one. To know the different codes, so here it's referring to French, here it's referring to Chinese Mandarin, and here's referring to Italian. So it is basically saying that this sentence is in French, this sentence is in Chinese, and this sentence is in Italian. And I would like to translate them to English. If you would like to know the code of the language that you are learning, you can check in the Google Translate documentation. You could just type on Google Translate language coding, and that will give you all the list. So now what I want to do is just create a function where I can just need to scroll to have the translation in English. So for this, you need to follow the Google Translate API. So here, I just type Google, they propose me Google Translate, and here is just explaining you the syntax. So first you have to type the text. So here the text is in the, you have to select the text. I select it in first column. Then the source language. I think in the Python API it can sometimes guess the source language, but here if you only one language you can specify it. So here, since I have several languages, because I want this tutorial to be not only to be used for people learning Chinese, I have put this information in this column, but if you only have one language, you can just hard code it. I think it should be good. Then you wait a bit of time to loading, and boom, it's translating. And then if you scroll, it's working. For Chinese, 你是哪一人? Where are you from? And dove abiti in Italian? Where do you live? Boom. In less than 1 minute, you have your Anki deck ready. I hope it was clear enough. If you have any question, feel free to share them in the comment section.